Guess what, Kiko? Guess what? You're not gonna guess? Oh, you're such a good puppy. Oh my gosh, yeah, let's do the intro this way. It's fracture time again. And sorry, I did not mean to shoot you. I have way too much energy if you cannot tell. Let's just cut to a time lapse. Let's just yeah, just go and watch the time lapse. Alright, are we back? Are we back? I'm back. Are you back? I'm not back. I'm not here mentally, as you can tell. Alright, okay, so let's get started on the first items of business, and that is everything behind me. Alright, as you saw, the lake has been finished. Well, at least flooding it has been finished. There's like no life or anything, but that'll be fixed soon, hopefully. Soon. Okay, so I've already kind of explained the idea behind the bed and everything. What's going to be here inside the lake? So the lake is basically going to be split into two parts. We got this part, and then we have this. So this over here is going to kind of be a little bit of a lagoon type. We're going to put a bunch of lily pads and whatnot in here, maybe a few rocks inside. But that's the plan for this. There's not going to be a whole lot going here. If I can jump up. The big thing that's going to be happening is this one. So there are quite a few plans for this one. Firstly, I'm going to need a lot, like a lot of kelp and seagrass. That's what we're going to be using. Excuse me, stop. I am trying to do an intro here. Go away. This is what I get. The idea behind this is that we're going to have like a bunch of like kelp and seagrass shores alongside here. And it's going to be kind of more of that rocky type basin, which means that we're also going to be adding, as you can tell by these circles in Minecraft, yep. They are going to be rock spikes, and there's two reasons for that. Firstly, this thing, if we look at it from up here, is very empty and vast. Like, there's a lot of negative space. So the pillars are going to kind of break up that negative space, as well as add a little bit of a parkour challenge type thing. Now, mainly this will be used for like electrogliding and whatnot, just to kind of, you know, have a little bit of fun here and there. But it also might be used as an actual like parkour of like, you know, there's going to be a path there, so maybe you can use the rocks to get over to this side without going all the way around. And maybe vice versa, we'll have some here. I'm not sure just yet, I just know that that's going to be the plan. So the plan for today is to get those finished, as well as the path. Now, for my paths, I was originally going to do just like dirt path, but instead we're going to be using coarse dirt and gravel, just because it adds a little bit more of a like breakup in the green texture and looks a little bit more weathered and torn, which is also why we have these stone buttons and the stone pressure plates. Gonna add some more texturing here and there. You know, I love that word, texturing. texturing everything. Everything needs to be textured, everything. We're going to have a path alongside here. And then we're going to be having one that'll go around the Ravagers here. One that'll go up here. One that'll go up to the Nether portal. And then another one that'll come all the way around the lake, which will lead up to here. Now here is going to be a little bit of an interesting idea. I haven't planned out just yet what's going to happen here. But from what I know is that there are going to be a few farms here and a village trading hall, as well as this is going to be a railway station. Now, something that was added because of Uriel winning the election is that there's going to be a grand railway station throughout the entire server. And so my spot is going to be right behind. So we're going to make a little path that goes up to this, and I don't think we're going to do a bunch of paths up here just yet because this ground needs to be leveled and whatnot so that we can start building on it soon. But so far, that's kind of just the plan. Is we're gonna do some more paths here. We're gonna finish this up and then maybe work on some custom trees. Now, I've said this a few times, but I am horrible at trees, but I'm gonna try and get better, and we might see me try to fail to do one over and over again. He is struggling to get on today. You alright there, Ariel? Seem to be struggling there. Alright, well, let's get into a time lapse before I start losing my mind again and, you know, go a little wild again. Yay! I want to talk about just briefly while we're finishing up these like final details and whatnot is that I realized that I always do this same type of pattern when it comes down to my building, which, you know, isn't a bad thing, but I think it's just kind of like an interesting thing of like I'm always doing the same thing. Like we have our preferences. And that's okay. Like, this series I've been mainly trying to push myself out of my comfort zone with like doing the cherry build and whatnot, but I found myself, especially with this area, kind of going on same habits, I guess I should say, and I mean it's not a bad thing. I mean look at me trying to be deep and brooding and whatnot, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that, especially when it comes down to like Minecraft builds, you don't have to always push yourself to do the next greatest thing. Like, as long as you're content with it, it works. And sometimes, just doing the same old works. Because you realize that when you do the same old, you get better at it. Like, that's the only way to really advance. Just keep on doing it. And even though it might not look the greatest at first, you know, it'll look good in the end. I will say though, like, kind of like going over this, I do have a tendency to over-texture. Which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes when you over-texture, you kind of take away. And I think that's what I'm kind of doing right here. Hey, you know what? It works. I will say though that like having like these pressure plate and a little rock are like great for detailing, especially when you want to make it look like it's like a rugged like road. Especially this coarse dirt and gravel. Although the gravel does kind of give it a little too much gray. I still think it looks pretty nice. Hi, George. Been a while, hasn't it? I really need to figure out what I'm gonna do with all of you guys. Especially you, sir, who does not have a name. Maybe we'll call you Captain Side-Eye. You keep side-eyeing me. No, looks like George found something. Oh! Here you go! At least you can't attack me. Yeah, you're just gonna stay in there. Now, Kiko, come on. Now we need to figure out what we're gonna do for lighting, because, well, let's just say this place is not very well lit up, like, whatsoever. So, what we need to figure out is where we're gonna place it, which I think, as of now, we're just gonna do it alongside the path. So, I'm thinking of using lanterns, and in the past, let me see if I can... I just realized I don't have... Yes, I do. I have iron right here. Look at me being all prepped up and whatnot. Mainly, I just do this. And to be honest, that works well for this, especially since it's supposed to be, you know, like a rugged, enchanted forest and whatnot. It's really not enchanted, but, you know, we can pretend it's got magical animals, like, you know, the magical Kiko. Isn't that right, Kiko? Or, you know, the angry cats. That's what they're called now. They're called angry cats, okay? All my angry cats. Anyways, so what I need to figure out is what we're gonna do for lighting. And as much as I do like this is pretty simple, so... What else we could do? I guess we could kind of have it, like, sticking out. What do you think, Kiko? I'm gonna take your silence as a no. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I'm kind of leaning towards this, but I do want to do more of a, what we could do is we could do... that. You know, like a simple lamppost. Which could work, I think, over there, but I'm not too keen on them here. Or what we could have, you know, we could just do this. Like, just have it on the ground. Which could work for around the lake. I think we'll actually do that for around the lake, because the lake is, like, nowhere close to being lit whatsoever. Has some lanterns. But I think... I like this design. What we could do instead is we could just, you know, like, tear it down and actually put it somewhere and see how it looks. I don't know, Kiko, what do you think? You like it? I wonder... Now I'm starting to get a little overly complicated, which, you know, being overly complicated isn't a bad thing, for the most part. No, I don't like that. I'm not really feeling it. But I think what we'll do instead is, like I was saying earlier, kind of just going back on old habits, and we will just do... It's taking way too long. Aha. We'll just do this. You like that? Much cuter? No, I guess it works. It works much more. If I don't think we'll use andesite, I think we'll use a different block. Ooh, I wonder, would tough... No, I'm not 100% sure. Actually, let's go ahead and get some more tough walls real quick. So I'm just gonna do the basic one, just because we don't really need crazy detail just yet. Now this would be much nicer to do like at night, but I guess we'll have to do it now. It might turn to night soon. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put no sleep so we can get a good gauge of like the lighting and whatnot. Alright, so all the lights have been placed down now, as you can see. Quite a bit of lights around. And I'll be honest, I don't necessarily care for the tuff. I may change it in the future, but for now it's staying because I literally don't know what else to do, so it's staying. But there are a few places that might change, because over there, we'll be changing the lights as it goes into our village. And then there's also no lights around the nether portal, and that is because I need to work on a build for it, because, you know, this is boring. Like, it's just another portal. This is so boring. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on this, and I have a few designs I want to do. I kind of want to do it like it's enveloped in the rock, because it's kind of on this... Well, it's not necessarily on its own because it connects up with this, but it kind of sticks out as its own type of rock. So what I want to do is I want to make paths to go up to it. I also might change the location of it, so that might get a little dicey because it's on the nether roof, so we will see. And then I need to make a path up to here, and then... yeah, I guess we'll go from there. So I guess, time-lapse number 3 in this video. Yeah, we've got a lot of time-lapses in this one. We went from no time-lapses to 3 time-lapses. Okay, I'm ranting. Let's just cut to the... just cut to the... just cut to it. Something I forgot to talk about that I just remembered is the fact that we have this. Now this is going to be kind of like a post, hence the reason why I have signs in ink. And it's going to be kind of like a, you know, guide question mark. It's not really much of a guide because, you know, this is a tiny area. But anyways, we're going to do it anyways. So, firstly, we have the tree. That isn't a tree. Because there's not one over there. And that one goes over there. Okay, and then we have the village. I don't really have a name for the village. What should we call it? That isn't a village. Oh no! We're too short on words. You know, we'll just call the village that isn't a village. Nope. Nothing. And that is over there. Okay. I think we're gonna keep those names, because, you know, why not? The village that isn't a village, and the tree that isn't a tree. I guess what we should do is remove those. Yes. And I think with that, we're going to, you know, end the video, you know. The thing that you're supposed to do that I never seem to do, like, whatsoever. Why am I turning? I don't know. You know what? Here. Look at the plants as I say goodbye. Alright, I guess with that, I will see you in the... Oh, hi. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!